Assalamu alaikum all. Hello and welcome back to JK's Corner. My name is Joke. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. It feels like a long time since I have sat down to record a video like this. Today's video, as you would have seen by the title, I'm going to be talking about sins that may erase or reduce our Ibadah, our good deeds or our worship. Now, as always, these videos are a reminder to myself in the first instance, and inshallah I hope you get some learning out of it as well. So this is in no way a judgment on anyone's choices or anyone's lifestyle, but it's something I hope that with regular reminders, myself and you inshallah would be able to learn from it and spend some time in our worship. And I would hope that my worship is being accepted. While I'm constantly praying and hoping that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept my worship, I hope I'm not doing anything to affect the validity of my good deeds. Now, we are human beings. We will definitely commit sin, and it does happen on a daily basis. There are lots of sins that we need to guard against, and some of them really will erase or affect the validity of our worship. And I'll state some of them today. And if there's anyone you feel that I have missed, please remind me in the comment section below. Thank you. Sins like backbiting or slandering, drinking, taking out interest-bearing loans, using drugs, or committing adultery. And I say adultery, but alongside adultery, there is fornication. I pray that Allah makes it easy for myself and yourself to be able to resist falling into these temptations, into these sins. Backbiting is speaking ill about somebody behind their backs. So something that is true about that person, we're talking about it behind their back. That is backbiting. A sin that's described as eating the flesh of a dead brother. Likening it to that makes it more scary, and I think it kind of puts it into perspective what backbiting means. But also the other aspect of backbiting, which is slandering. Now, slandering is talking ill about somebody behind their back. But not only that, but what we are saying about them is actually a lie. Which is why it is very important in this day and age where we live, where it is more about social media. When we hear something about, it doesn't matter who it is, we hear that thing. If it hasn't come directly to us, we should be wary of spreading those gossip. And backbiting and slandering are byproducts of gossips, and to stay away from gossip. So when it comes to interest-bearing loans, it is very difficult in this society we live in now. The reason we get into interest-bearing loans is because we are really trying to exist above our means. I may be wrong, please correct me below in the comment section, but you take out a loan because you are unable to afford something. Now, generally in this society that we live in, there's nobody who, I don't know, there's not that many establishments that you can go to get a loan that is not interest bearing. However, let's be mindful about how often we take these loans out. Let's caution ourselves. Even if we have gotten ourselves into it and we may not be able to get out of it immediately, we have young children. Let us raise them to not do what we have done. We are their role models. Yes, they do they learn from how we behave, and that is what they do in turn. But if we actively speak against these things that we know are wrong Islamically, and we show them and explain to them why we may have done that in the past or why we're doing it now, but we don't want them to carry on this culture, don't forget to click on the like button in this video. Thank you very much. So when it comes to alcohol drinking, gambling, drugs taking, adultery, fornication. Those things are a byproduct of the company one keeps. So if you are surrounded by people who glorify these acts, i.e. people that are not really taking their lessons and teachings from the Quran and Hadith, those people will in turn influence how we do things. This is a reminder as well to parents to equip their kids with these lessons to make them aware. We live in a society where these pressures are there out when they go out in the world. We need to tell the kids as well why they're not allowed to take part in these kinds of behaviors. And if it happens that you already have a child who is already leading this lifestyle and you're trying your best to make that child change, or maybe you are even looking for how to improve your life and change from these bad habits, changing your environment is something really important to consider. If you move away from that community where you currently are, it will be easier for you to break away from that bad behavior. So that is something that I would highly, it isn't easy once you've already set roots somewhere, but it may be the only solution for some people to be able to break away from, from this act that is reducing or erasing our ibadah, the rewards we'll get from our ibadah. Another way you can help yourself is by engaging in your salah regularly. Make sure you do your salah as soon as it's time to say your salah, as much as you can. Say your salah at the right time. Not only that, have the presence of mind and also learn what you say during the ritual. So the Surah Al-Fatiha, all your other suratul you read during your salah, what you say in the ruku, what you say when you sujood, what you say when you stand up. We say all of those in Arabic, myself included. Arabic is not our first language and it may not even be a language that we speak, but we say these things in Arabic. So why don't you take the time to learn what they mean in English? Because understanding what we're saying will help us to do it better, inshallah. Tips to help us break away from the sins that have the tendency to erase our good deeds or reduce our good deeds. Engage wholeheartedly and be present for it. Now in your salah, pray your salah on time, engage in istighfar, and engage in tawbah, to ask for forgiveness and seek repentance. But also the du'as you're saying to do these acts of worship, learn what they mean in English. Do them as often as possible. When you understand what you're saying, it's easier for you not to go back to your old ways. It's easier for me not to go back to my old ways. Again, don't forget that this is an admonition to myself in the first instance, and I hope to you as well. And also things like paying our zakat, doing sadaqah as often or as regularly as we can afford. Those are things that can help us to break away from those sins. I hope this video has been beneficial to you today. If it has, please don't forget to give me a like and do me a favor and recommend this video to somebody else. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are yet to. I hope to see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Have a good day. Bye bye.